Hey everybody, welcome to Bish's RV. My name is Josh the RV Nerd, and I have an awesome job. I get to drive around, fly around, crawl around cool RVs all day, every day basically. And some of them really jump out at me a little more. So what I want to do today is really focus in and highlight on 5 of my favorite bunkhouse fifth wheels. And what I'm going to do is basically give you just a quick introduction to a bunch of them, a lot of information coming at you very quickly. I'm going to chapter mark this in case you want to bounce back and reference something later on. But what I'll do also is leave a link in the video description to a full walkthrough video tour of any of these today. And again, it's not to say that the RVs in this video are the only really good fifth wheels out there. I'm not even going to say they're the best. They're just the ones that I thought were really cool or really interesting for one reason or another. And I'd love to hear what you guys think as we go. Let me know if your favorite bunkhouse fifth wheel made the list today, and if not, let me know what it is. And if you like little kind of listicle videos like this, hit that little subscribe button and like our video, and let's get started. Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd here in Junction City, Oregon, taking a look at a big chaparral by Coachmen that I think might have been named by the chef. It's the 373 MBRB, which, you know, Kiergan 373 MBRB. Doesn't it sound like that? Anyway, what are we looking at? It's unlike pretty much anything I've seen before. By default, I think the quickest way to describe this is that it is a double bunkhouse. It has a rear bunk room with a full second bathroom, because it's a full 2-bath, not even a bath and a half. But it also has middle bunk sleeping accommodations. There are 3 completely separated bedrooms in this, but at the same time, it could also be a work camper. You know, you could convert one of the rooms, say, into an office or something like that. This could be a literal, like maybe you have a, mom or dad who's a little bit aged, lives with us and or camps with us, and you need things to kind of be on more one level playing field for them in the evening hours. Maybe you have an adult child with special needs. Maybe you have an autistic child who needs their own private space. Maybe you're, I could see someone who's, pardon me, literally choked on thin air. Someone who's in our military services who need to have like a classroom, a family classroom, while still having sleeping accommodations. This could work for so many different people. The only downside to it is because they had to chop it up and add so many separated rooms, it really applies pressure to like the kitchen and the bathrooms. They do feel a little bit cramped and a little bit tight on occasion. That's the thing where every RV's greatest asset's its greatest liability. Like, it's cool that this has, double Asdale walls. You've got the holding tank heaters. You are 0 to 100 degree tested on this. Those are some fantastic qualities, but the triple bedroom function of this effectively means this thing is long, it is strong, it is down to get the camping on. And as long as we're talking about that, I'm gonna say that we got ourselves, every RV needs a name. This is Sir Mix-a-Lot, because they said, double bunk, Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd here at Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan, and I'm really excited because I think this is the first time I've ever been able to record this RV when it hasn't been like 15 degrees and snowing. Now it's chilly, but I'll take chilly. And this thing right here, it's not an RV. This is an entire residential floor plan that you get to tow and park wherever you want it, whenever you want it. Or you could just give us a call and we could deliver this thing out and drop it off for you sometime. It is the Montana 377 front living. It is a, as the name indicated, front living room, but rear master bed, of course, but with an upper, like, attic or loft or whatever you want it to be. And that's what's really cool about this one. I really look at this as an alternative to a mid-bunk. Mid-bunks are neat, but the living room's always in the back. This is a really cool front living room that brings a lot of benefits of a mid-bunk. And by that, what I mean is most bunk models don't have enough seating space for all the people that you can sleep in it. It's kind of stupid. It doesn't make sense. They often have kind of crappy kitchens. Not this one. This is a front living room all the way through, has all the seating, all the entertainment space, all the rainy day, you're going to love it in here kind of space. It just happens to have this extra little loft that you could sleep some people, but it is, I don't know that I even really consider it a bunkhouse. It could definitely just be a loft attic space. There's a lot of cool factors on this. Like, of course, with the Montana, they are the single most successful maker of luxury fifth wheels for like, I don't know, 20, 23 straight years, some absurd number like that. Hot cold camp rated, full-time RVing warranty. It actually, get this thing has like an electric and a propane heating system. This is awesome. But I will tell you the good with the bad as we go. I've already spoken enough, though. We need to get ourselves rolling. I get excited. I'm doing it now. Let's roll. Sorry. Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd here at Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan, and I see a ton of RVs all day, every day. I've seen tens of thousands of RVs in my career. So when someone does something even slightly new, original, different, I go crazy for it because it's like such a breath of fresh air to me. And that's how I feel about this Arctic Wolf right here. Did my voice just jump 2 octaves? Anyway, so there's 100 million zillion mid-bunkhouse fifth wheels out there, but they're mostly all the same. And Arctic makes 2 other mid-bunk fifth wheels themselves. They saw that there was an opportunity for something a little different in there. Not everybody wants to tow around a 13,000-pound monster house, brother. There's some folks who just want something a little different. Like, maybe you don't need a whole private den, room, office, or something like that. Maybe you just need space to sleep a couple kids or something like that. And that's where this one comes in. And if my older brother saw this, he has 3 sons, and having that 1, 2, 3 stack 'em up bunk setup that this one has right here in that middle room would be absolutely ideal for him. But the thing is I went through this RV. The first thing I did, I walked in the door, I looked at that middle room, and I really liked it. I liked the creativity they had with that ladder. Giving somebody a safe, sturdy way to get up and down was one of the concerns I had with this one. Since one of those bunks is really high, they made sure that you weren't going to roll out of the bunks and bust your head on the floor. But every bunk has its own individual little storage space, its own little touch. But what shocked me is the kitchen doesn't suck, which I kind of thought it was going to when I first saw this thing. Every smaller mid-bunk I've ever seen always has a crap kitchen. This one is very, very good, but it's because they didn't steal from the living room. They didn't make it shorter. They just made it simpler. And I think it's a really effective layout, but it's brand new. I would love your feedback on this thing. I will show you where it really soars. I'll show you where it maybe falls a little flat. I'll give you that fair information. And if you haven't done so, make sure you hit the subscribe button, knowing that you're going to get that kind of fair facts from us here at Haylet RV. My fingers are freezing. Hey everybody, Josh the RV Nerd here at Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan, and I mean, I see RVs all day, every day. It takes a lot to make me go, whoa. And this is one of those that made me go, whoa. This giant aircraft carrier, the USS Heritage Glen back here, this thing, I don't even want to call it a bunkhouse bath and a half fifth wheel. Could it serve those functions? Most certainly, but the rear room of this thing, frankly, it could be a bunk room, it could be a loft. It very much is an office. I don't think it needs a conversion. I think it is an office. It's a second living room. It has all of the things. I am blown away by the execution of this model, and this is not just feigned enthusiasm. I see stuff like this all day, every day, but, well, I don't even want to say it. I don't see it like this. This is super cool. The Versa bunk arrangement back there, all the different functions it can provide, the loft, the heavy-duty ladder that goes into this, but just all the good details, like the way the entertainment, they just knocked it out, all the windows open for airflow. You got that cool accessibility on this thing, the double air conditioner keeping this big monstrosity comfortable. It's not a bunkhouse, it's a rolling apartment, and it rocks. What really also shocked me, I've been very, very impressed about the surprisingly low weight ratings on these Heritage Glen fifth wheels. This thing, how many slides does this have? This has like 4 slides. It's a big, giant quad slide. And I'm going to say only weighs 12,222 pounds, which I get that that's not an ultralight. I understand we're not half-ton towable, most certainly. But considering the size of this, and all of the things that it has in it, that is just shockingly lightweight to me. This is new to our lineup. Obviously, I'm pumped. I'm kicking myself that we didn't have this thing sooner because this is awesome. This is really awesome. Let me know what you think about it as we go. And if you appreciate the fairway, I'm going to point out some good with some bad. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know that I'm doing the right job here for you. But there's always a couple more cool options that I could possibly squeeze into a list of 5 things. I don't know, maybe I should just make a list of 8 or 9 or whatever. I always seem to have at least 3 extras left over. Anyway, I want to point out a couple honorable mentions here. We're not going to go through them specifically, but if you're curious as to why I thought they were kind of interesting, check the links in the video description and you'll get to see a full walkthrough tour of those guys too. But along the way, there was one that stuck out just a little bit more than all the rest. And if you thought this is the same old thing they've been cranking out, think again. I have got a surprise for you. Hello and welcome everybody to Wildwood RV. My name is Josh the RV Nerd, and behind us the 29.5 BHDS Eagle HT. This has gone through a couple different revisions over the years, but I feel like every year they keep dialing it in, getting a little bit closer to even better. What we're seeing this year, there's a really cool update to the entertainment center. I cannot wait to show you. I kind of want that to be like a neat little big reveal moment. But they've done some revisions here. When they did that, they also adjusted the camp kitchen, and it feels kind of a little bit more all-in-one, all-inclusive. And I think the storage in this thing, there was always this weird inside-outside storage where some of it was always hard to get to. They've made everything not necessarily bigger, just way easier to access. Of course, like all Jaycos now, every single Jayco travel trailer and fifth wheel is completely carpetless. You got their whisper ducted air system, automatic leveling, and an absolutely unmatched warranty on these 2+3 year with allowances for full-time RVing, which is fairly uncommon in this class, although Cougar does do a pretty good job of matching that as well. And there's several people who make a floor plan kind of like this. I've never seen one, I think, really nail it quite the way Jayco has on this Eagle. Arctic Wolf has a similar thing where like every room is almost backwards, and I don't know how else to describe it, but I'll leave you a link to that in the video description. And that's one of the other things I like to share with you. We have so many different brands here at Wildwood RV. We can tell you the good, the bad, with the ugly, with everything in between, and that's what you're going to get from us today. Like, I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to look at this thing and say, other than up there in that big bedroom, you don't got a whole lot going on in the way of door side windows, which I know is a big hiccup factor for a lot of people. It's not a full bed slide, but it's also lighter weight and shorter. Now that being said, 9,500 pounds plus the hitch weight that's on this thing. The name Eagle HT is definitely, I think, implying some half-ton towability. I'm going to tell you right up front, I don't buy into that. I don't subscribe to that, and I don't believe that. I think that this is something that's going to be good. There are technically a very rare handful of half-tons that could handle this. I think this is something that is better suited for a generalized recommendation, saying 3/4 ton and above. But it's not so big. It's not like you have to go to a giant diesel dually or something like that. There's still some vehicles people use every day as daily drivers that could work very well here. And if you appreciate that kind of fair information, hit that subscribe button. And as we go, leave me some comments as we go, kind of like almost live streaming your thoughts, like what do you like, what do you dislike, what would you change given the opportunity. And I'll leave you a link in the video description where you can always check for pricing and availability. So let me know what you think of today's list. Let me know if there's one that maybe I missed. Maybe you and I just look for different things in an RV. Maybe I just haven't had a chance to see it yet. And maybe it's one I should get on my my hit list and my watch list to get into my future RV reviews. Whatever the case, let me know what you think about today's list. Which one was your favorite? And let me know what other kind of top 5 info you'd like, and I'll do the best I can to try to work something up for you at least. So until next time, appreciate it very much. Take care, stay safe, have fun, and happy camping, everyone.